Panthers are hot. And you know what? When you think Pitt football right now, man, you think defense. And one of those salty Sunday dudes joins us now. Jason Pinnock joins us. Jason, first of all, good morning, man, and congratulations on the hot start. You guys have really been a blast to watch.
Good morning. Good morning. Appreciate it. We're just trying to keep it rolling.
Oh, you are doing that now. I almost cringe for any offensive team that comes on the field seeing you guys, because it doesn't matter. Back seven, up front, man, you guys are just ready to go ball. And it looks like you're having a fun time doing it.
Yep, it is. It is. I mean, some of us have been playing together for so long, so it's just great that it's finally clicking like this. And we, like you said, you can see that we're all having fun.
Jason, how does a guy from Windsor, Connecticut fit in with all these guys on defense from like Western PA and Florida? And I mean, when I was doing the ball game last week and kind of looking at all the areas, I know Paris is a local guy. I think Chase is a local guy. You got Rashad, who's from down in Florida and Cooper City. And here's this cat from Windsor, Connecticut that shows up who makes plays. So how do you fit in with all these guys?
Well, anybody that knows me knows I rep Connecticut hard. But I traveled a lot as a kid, so I've ran into a lot of different coaches, a lot of different people. I know how to talk to a lot of different people and connect with them.
Jason, I mentioned this yesterday on the show, and you need to help me out on this, and Wes and everybody that follows this show and your team. And we're on the outside here because this may be common knowledge amongst your team and the locals, but you can help us here. The way you guys play defensively, and this is not just for 1 year. You guys have been doing this now for the last couple of years. This defense has been really good for a long time. Yep. There's got to be a nickname, right? I mean, I think Pittsburgh, I think Steelers, the Steel Curtain. Now, you guys got this thing going on the defensive front from a Pittsburgh standpoint. Is there a nickname that is accepted on the defensive side for this team?
So the nickname, we go by Blitzburg.
So that's what you're going with, Blitzburg.
Yep, Blitzburg.
But you know what?
I like that.
Let me ask you something. No, hold on a second. Wait, Wes. I want to break this down a second. When I watch you guys play, and I know your tackle for losses and numbers are great, and the sacks are great and all that stuff, but it almost seems like you guys aren't doing anything fancy because everybody's at the ball at all times. Now, am I crazy with that or not?
No, you're not crazy. That's something Coach Bates stressed and, forced upon us through off-season training that's one thing we're going to be the best at in America is running to the ball. He wants every play to feel like we're blitzing, and it's funny because we're not.
Well, that's why I think that the nickname's weird because, I think Blitzburg, it's like, hey, man, here they come from every angle. But every time I watch you guys play, it's just, hey, hat on a hat. I'm just beating the guy in front of me. And you know what? Whoever's got the ball, I pity them because we're going to hit them.
Literally. And that's how we try and focus and approach each week. But, we still take the nickname because when we do blitz, everybody loves it.
All right. Blitzburg.
Hey, Jason, the way this thing has started, and look, let's be honest. When people think of the ACC from a national perspective, they think of Clemson. And, they've had great success the last few years. Then there are other teams, that maybe have a little heavier brand, like a Miami or somebody like that. And then they remember the last thing they saw, which maybe was like North Carolina in a bowl game, things like that. And my partner over here has been, saying, hey, look, everybody's forgetting about Pitt. Everybody's forgetting about Pitt. But yet when we talked to Rashad last week and in preparation for doing the game last week and a little bit for this week too, seemingly a lot of interviews, there are a lot of people who just are not thinking about you guys, and yet you all seem okay with that.
Yeah, we use that as, fuel to the fire. As a recruit, when you come in, you sign to a school, I guess like Pitt in the ACC, you're aware that we don't get the respect that, you deserve. But, that's why you got those guys with that edge that come here and, they want to make history because the thing is it only takes 1 year to be great, 1 year to be legendary. And, I think that's what we're fighting for.
Jason, I wouldn't worry about any of that stuff. I just go out there and keep winning games, man. You keep winning games, you know what? They can't ignore you when there's a 0 in the L column. That's all I know. I don't care what the sport is. You know what? You don't like me, that's fine. You don't want to respect me, that's up to you. But if you just keep going out there and doing your business, all that stuff takes care of itself, man. It does. It's so true.
And that's the exact same mentality we try and have. You know, where we care and worry about the people in our room, you know?
That's it.
So that's how we approach it.
All right, a couple things here we got to get cleared up before we let you go. Number one, is it well aware among the defensive unit that my man Packer here has got, like, you know, he flies the flag for your man Paris Ford now. He flies the absolute flag for Paris Ford.
Guy.
I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, he sells Paris Ford like an open stock, Jason. It's unbelievable.
Hey, well, he better keep doing it because he's going to stand on it. He's going to stand on it. That's a guy, he's a ball hawk. You know, that's one of those players you don't know how, you don't know where, but he's gonna touch the ball each game. And that's something
Jason,
he could promise.
All right.
Jason, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Wes, I didn't either. But let me just say one thing. When he had my man Paris Ford on, I told him, now listen, when Pitt gets the ACC championship game down here in Charlotte, my town, we're going to go out and break bread, all right? Because I know all the good places. So I kind of feel like I'm part of the Pitt brotherhood a little bit. So if you want to come join us when you get here, I'm just telling you.
Hey, I'm glad you invited me because I was just going to try and invite myself. I'd love to get some eats too.
I know the good places too, my man. So I'm just telling you, as a little added incentive, Pitt gets the ACC championship game in Charlotte. We're going to go break bread. All right, all of us.
All right.
Jason, here's the second thing we got to get to. The dunk thing that goes on after a pick is awesome. Okay. So where did that come from? Who thought of it? And in your mind, I don't want to say beside yourself, but I'm kind of leaning to beside yourself, who's had the best dunk?
Besides myself, I got to say DeMar Hamlin. You know, the close his eyes, little Vince Carter, whatever that was.
Deep Brown on us.
Yeah. And then you got Diddy with the windmills. You know, you got me with the 360, UCF last year. I don't know. It's a lot of great dunks. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's guys that could have played both sports. You never know.
I like it.
So where did it start? Where did it start?
Oh, so
who came up with it?
It originated, Bates just walked in the room one off season. I want to say it was last year in the fall camp. And he's like, you know, we got to get excited. We got to get excited every time we turn the ball over. Something's got to be, you know, some type of instant gratification. And, you know, football players always want to dunk the ball, you know, show that we can play basketball. So we thought of it. We were like, man, let's just dunk it every time. Let's dunk it.
That is great. I love it. Hey, by the way, you know that the Cincinnati Bearcats copied you guys. Did you know that?
I just realized that maybe last week through Twitter. Yeah, hey.
Hey, we know where the original is.
It's a great celebration.
Hey, you know, we know where the original is, right? That's how that game played. All right, listen, we do this for every student athlete that appears on the show. I'm going to put you on the spot. What is the hardest class you have had at Pitt?
Psychology.
Why?
For sure. Why? The study of the brain, how it functions, and I would say any of those classes that like pertaining to the study of the human brain. I took another class called Drugs and Behavior, so it was just all about how different drugs and how it's categorized and how they affect the brain, long term, short term. So
wow.
I say any of those classes.
All right, there you go.
Hey, Jason, real quick, NC State Saturday at noon, right here on the network. Obviously, they're 1-1 after a tough loss at Virginia Tech. A lot of different personnel packages, it looks like. What do you see on tape from the Wolfpack? Looks like a lot of different guys get their hands on the football for them offensively.
Right, I was just going to say that. So a lot of different guys are touching the ball again. So, again, I'm just focused on the outside. You know, they got big receivers again, something I love to handle each week. We got a lot of experience in this defense. I got a lot of faith in our front seven. and they got a lot of faith in the back end. So we're going to work together again this week and see how we try and keep it rolling.